What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another Cyberpunk 2077 video. Today we have some of the big Cyberpunk 2077 questions that have been answered by CDPR themselves via their Cyberpunk 2077 Facebook page. It seems this is the best place to ask questions as they're extremely active and tend to respond very quickly to their fans and their questions and concerns. If you guys have future questions for CDPR, message them on Facebook and you might get some answers. For now, we have 10 of the most interesting fan questions that have been asked that we finally have some answers to. Stick around for all 10 and learn some new details about CDPR's new game set in the dark future of Night City. So the first question is, what kind of music and music culture should we expect in Night City? CDPR answers with, we're marrying cyber and punk. Cyber refers to sonic texture and revolves around a sound palette that's raw, dirty, synthesized, and even futuristic. Punk is all about the attitude of the music. Rebellious, ballsy, and impulsive, Night City's music is just as vibrant as the city itself. They also aren't limiting themselves to a singular genre and want the music to reflect the narrative and story path. I love their explanation here and the soundtrack we've heard so far. The heavy synth of the music blaring in the Scav lair, and Chippin In, the rock song heard in V's apartment on the radio by Johnny Silverhand, both sound like they could be records that top our real-world charts. Next, we have an interesting question about some of the mechanics in the game. A fan asks, will the game have any stealth mechanics? Silenced pistol perhaps? CDPR responds with, enemies won't always be aware of the player, and you can use this to your advantage by sneaking up on enemies, laying traps, and deploying viruses. The plan of attack is just as important as the execution. Players won't be forced into a playstyle, so they'll have freedom to be creative in their combat approaches. Shooting through walls and bending bullets, as well as stealth, are part of your repertoire. This is great news for fans of games that you can progress through without alerting enemies or even killing them to complete mission objectives. I'm interested to see just how much diversity there will be in combat and choosing our playstyle, and if it's significantly deeper than previous titles that share similar mechanics. The next question gets a very straight matter-of-fact answer. The question is in reference to V being able to unlock or buy additional apartments, to which CDPR responds that V will be able to do so as the story progresses. This means potentially owning multiple apartments with nicer views and amenities. Maybe we'll be able to buy a shit shack in the combat zone and really feel like we're in a decrepit and despicable place, or a penthouse suite similar to what a prolific corporate agent would choose. Next, we have a question about if we are able to join factions and corporations. CDPR responds that cyberpunks value freedom the most and that you'll be able to work for many factions, but you wouldn't want or need to permanently join them in the context of the story. It makes sense since V strikes me as more of a lone wolf, trust nobody type. Our next question is regarding weapon skins and if mantis blades are our only option as far as melee combat goes. CDPR responds with that they have no plans for skins and that mantis blades will not be the only melee option. I don't really think the weapon skins fit the 2077 aesthetic, but we will be able to customize and mod our weapons to make them aesthetically unique. Next question is, will the game feature lots of internal buildings and houses we can explore fully or break into? CDPR answers this one by saying, Night City has lots, and I mean lots of buildings, and all of these buildings have multiple floors. In a tall building, we'll have many floors explorable, each housing many activities. We've gotten a taste of this in V's megastructure, but I'm hoping we get to see more crazy, odd, and violent things happening right at home in these megastructures. Next, we have a question about photo mode, where CDPR said that they're planning to have a photo mode in the game. It's unclear if it's going to be there at launch, but it should satisfy those who want to see their character in third person more often. Next, CDPR states that PC and console launches will be at the same time, and you'll be able to see your feet and body looking down from first person perspective. Finally, the most important question that's been asked thus far, will Night City have squirrels? To which CDPR responds with, there better be. I think this confirms finding a cyber squirrel's buried nut stash as a high-level quest in the game. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember to subscribe to the arcade for more Cyberpunk 2077 content.